This week on Dumb Pitches, my guest is Elliot GB, and we hear the behind the scenes of writing for The New Yorker and some of the ideas that did not go well. Also, he recreates the Barbie girl song, but for Arby's. It's beautiful. Here we go, Dumb Pitches.
What a bunch of dumb pitches. Oh my goodness.
Welcome to another episode of Dumb Pitches with Monica Nevi. I'm Monica Nevi, your host. This is the show where we talk to successful people about their worst ideas. I'm very excited for our guest this week. Elliot GB is here. Yay.
Hey, oh, it's me. Hey.
Hello. How are you?
How's it going?
Are you prepared?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. I'm good. Pretty good. You got back from a fancy trip?
Yeah,
So
went to Germany, went to Deutschland, and
Still dealing with that.
pretty cool stuff over there. I got to report back. Pretty cool stuff.
Overall review, pretty cool.
Overall review, pretty cool, pretty good. You can drink beer on the sidewalk, so people would just like hang out outside of bars, which was cool.
I'm into that.
Government takes care of you.
Hey,
That's
look at
pretty neat.
that.
And good chocolate. So
Okay.
2 thumbs up for Germany, baby.
That's a pretty good review. You should start a series of those. Elliot's travel reviews.
I'd be down. Hit up Travel Channel.
Yeah,
It's like, all
there
right.
you go.
What was that? This wasn't my idea, but on Disney Channel they had the Mike's Super Short Show. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
just do that, but it's for like travel stuff.
kind
where
of
it's like
ahead of
10-second
its time.
review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, because now
Honestly,
everything
yeah.
is, whatever. We went to Vine first probably, but then, now everything's a minute or less. Hey, they could be owed some money. Anyways, okay.
Yeah, let's just say Mike is rolling in it these days.
Yeah, he's got a
With the short video money.
super short bank account. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, this is how we like to start this show. Is that we're going to let people know that you are not only full of bad ideas, you have plenty of good things that you do, which is true, very true for Elliot, very funny.
Yeah.
You also have a podcast called Teach Me a Lesson. I've been a guest on it. If you would like to check
Correct.
out, you can start with
Very
that
good episode.
You, I'm always very impressed, are quite a writer. You've written for The New Yorker, Flex magazine, lots of cool stuff like that. And do you help run?
Yeah.
Do you have a live show too? Yes.
Yeah, down here in LA.
The Comic-Con show?
The Comic Con, yes, at Revenge of Comic Book and Pinball Emporium.
Hey.
The Emporium part I just made up, but it's a very
But
cool
it
spot.
sounds cool.
So come
All
on
right.
out. Yeah.
Okay, so look at you. You're out there, you're doing stuff, you have good ideas that have continued, that's good. And you're spending time in Germany. So things are going well.
Yeah. I'm kind of doing well. I'm not, but
it's no Mike's super short show, but
and I don't think anything ever will be again if you think about it.
I forgot about that until you said it. And so that maybe not as lasting as I thought, but still that's why we weren't ready for it. That happens with some shows where like it gets more popular 10 years later because we're like, oh, we just weren't ready for it.
Yeah. Arrested Development was like that.
Arrested Development, Party Down, I feel like that sometimes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Anyways. Okay.
R.I.P.
Now that I have let you think for a little bit, we stalled by having the computer fuck up. And what do you got for a bad idea or two?
Okay. So actually, I'm going to write this down because you made me think of one when you said The New Yorker.
I'm very good at that.
I still think it's a very good idea, but
someone else did
no
not
one
think.
else no one else is into it.
Okay.
But I wrote a well, I guess if I say it then people can't steal it because I'm on the record as saying it. But
Yep.
I wrote a fake letter from Tom Arnold
Okay.
to the Folgers Coffee Company. It's a complaint letter. He had a complaint with their slogan. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. He has a complaint with it because for him, the best part of waking up is being multi-generational heartthrob Tom Arnold. And I still think it's very fucking funny.
What were the notes? What were they like? What did they not
Well,
like about it? Let's get to the root of the problem here.
It was
Because I think it's funny.
I think
Good
it's ahead of
idea.
its time.
Maybe that's
You know,
it.
I
yeah.
think it's I got another party down on my hands here, and
One day they'll come around.
yeah, no,
Or
it's
kicking themselves.
I'll admit it's very weird. It's
If you want anything to be unique, it has to be weird, though.
that's true.
So
That's true. I wonder if I can pull it up, but
Put it
I
read it. Yeah.
I haven't looked at it probably since 2019.
Ooh.
And yeah, I just did a
Was there
big
any
deep
background
dive.
of like why he had this epiphany and like he needed to let them know that bothered him and stuff, or was it just
No, that might actually be why they didn't. Oh, I need to round
give
it out.
give a
Yeah,
whole
yeah, yeah,
story?
yeah.
He just
Yeah.
that was it. Was that that wasn't the best part of his day, and he needed them to know that. But
He just was like, yeah, it's not true for me because I'm a smoke show. And it was just basically Tom Arnold writing them, just letting them know, sort of humbly but not humbly, how hot he thinks he is.
I think that's the comedy in that part too. Is that it's him. It's not somebody
Yeah.
who we classically see as a heartthrob, but he, sees
Yeah.
himself that way.
Yeah, and so I really read up on him, his Wikipedia page. That's really the most I did, but I really read it.
did a lot of research by reading one thing.
And I think that's the only Wikipedia page I've read for a person. So
Really, what are you doing
Yeah, I
on
don't-
Wikipedia?
I don't really use it. I
Okay.
remember in high school, kids would try to play the game where you get from one page to another in like a certain amount of clicks by only clicking on links in the page. You ever play that?
No, I've never played that. I wasn't a nerd.
Yeah, I mean, I never played it either. I just saw it, but
I'm just kidding. No, I don't. I mean, that was, Wikipedia had maybe just kind of started when I was in high school as being like,
Yeah.
you'd get in trouble for using it as a source.
Yeah.
But then we all figured out you could go to the bottom and find their sources. Which
Yeah,
was
exactly.
nice. Yeah. So it's still actually like pretty accurate. I feel like
I trust it.
Yeah.
I mean, where else are you gonna go?
it's
you
more
know?
vetting than I'm willing to do. So why not?
Yeah, and there are people that are really into it. So it's like
That is
if
true.
someone
I've
if
seen
someone
stuff.
throws some whack shit up there, someone else is gonna call them on
I was
it.
gonna say I've seen stuff getting taken down really quick. Like, someone
Yeah.
puts some sort of joke or something that's not right up there and they take it down very quickly. So they're on it.
Interesting. So you say you're not a nerd, and yet
I'm just
you
seeing
know
what Wikipedia is up to.
I saw stuff get down taken quick.
I
So,
think it's
interesting.
from, well, no, because I think, maybe that's it. I was going to say it was more of like from comedy, like people trying to put their own pages up or something, and then those get taken down. But I swear that maybe when I was in college, somebody tried to. I went to college, so maybe I am a nerd. Just out here bragging.
Again, not a nerd.
Don't worry.
Monica, not a nerd.
I have a
Nevi.
degree, but I can't read.
There we go. There we go.
I'm just kidding. I
Yeah.
can read. I just don't.
I choose not to.
Okay. Well, now I want to know, can you tell us any interesting information you found out about Tom Arnold on the Wikipedia page?
Yeah, he's from Iowa.
Okay. That's it. That's all
Which
you
is
remember? Did you
which is
reference that in the letter?
unfortunate. Which is unfortunate as someone from Wisconsin. Ooh, tough break. You're from Iowa. He worked in a meat packing plant when he was younger.
Classic.
I did some classic wordplay with that. I do want to try to pull it up now.
Oh, I see.
Because meat packing, beefcake,
Got it. Yeah.
something like that.
You really went full on with the beefcake type of like he really sees himself as some type
He's-
of like
yeah, he's-
macho hot.
I
dude.
definitely use the word smoke show. I remember
Ooh.
that.
Big
Which I
fan.
think that's probably my favorite way to describe a good looking person.
That's in my vows. It was in my vows.
Really?
Yes, I called my wife a smoke show. Blake is nodding his head because he was there. But I love that one too. That's good.
Yeah, it's classic.
There you go, Tom Arnold, after my own heart.
That's really. I mean, he was married to Roseanne.
Right.
Had a drug problem.
Oh, this is back to what we found out on Wikipedia. Yeah. Okay.
No, this was all in your vows.
No.
I was also there. I saw the B-sides. Yeah. Married to Roseanne, had a drug
the
problem.
pages I ripped out. I was like, that's just too much about Tom Arnold. I don't know.
But in the moment, it was weird. It's like you were going to do it, and then you chickened out right at the last second.
So it was like, I want to know what it said. That's why you picked it up afterwards. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Can I ask where, like, the very, very beginning origin of this idea came from? Like, what made you...
I honestly have no idea.
What made you think, like, oh, I should write... Did the Folgers slogan come up first? Were you thinking about Tom Arnold? Like, what?
I think, well, I'm always thinking about Tom Arnold. All right, let's put that on the record right now, as we all should. Yeah, I think the Folgers thing came up first, and then somehow Tom Arnold. I cannot tell you why.
What if somebody, and then, well, because I get it. If you're like, what if somebody was gonna write a letter about this, or was at least we could start with being upset that wasn't the best part of waking up for them.
Yes.
Okay, so we start with that base, and then you go, okay, who would be kind of ridiculous that would think that?
It was ridiculous, but then I also hammered in how he thought he is still a heartthrob. So like every generation has been attracted to Tom Arnold.
Okay, so you're saying even who are we on now? Gen Z kind of.
Like Gen Z, they're like,
still into Tom Arnold.
Like George Clooney, like that's still a good looking guy, He's always been.
Oh god.
It is Tom Arnold.
But it's Tom Arnold.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see, he's still a confident fella, I feel like. So I could see him maybe. Okay. And so then when you pitched it to them, they were like, this is dumb, no?
Yeah, they were like, this is a little too out there.
Okay, so it was just too weird for them is what they thought.
Yeah, the New Yorker did not want to publish that.
That wouldn't be in the New Yorker.
They said this is not going to play well on the Upper East Side. So I said, hey, okay.
You should say, well, you're wrong because everyone loves Tom Arnold. So.
Yeah, and I responded with a picture of Tom Arnold and said, you sure? And
you mean this Tom Arnold? Come on.
I just want to make sure we're talking about the same person here. Yeah.
Like, man, that's true. I never really knew much about him. I mean, I know, he's married to Roseanne. And then what I really only watched him on was the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Which I don't know. It was on, I felt like, for a while, but not. It doesn't have the longevity of a PTI or some other
Mike's Super Short Show.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. It was if you hadn't seen it, it was like a late night version of a sports show. So it was like comedy stuff too, and he'd have athletes on and stuff, and then there was like kind of a round table situation, and then they talk about sports stuff instead of whatever normal topic or news stuff. So it wasn't that wasn't a bad idea, but I actually spent probably 10 years of my life falling asleep to ESPN. So it would just
Tom
come.
Arnold.
And a lot of times it was him. Yeah, I will say he was probably my least favorite person that was on that show, but still,
that's fair. That's fair.
And maybe that's it, is because he would say stuff and you could tell that he felt good about it. He's just like, right, like looking around like that was great. And it didn't matter, which I'm always jealous of. It didn't matter that other people maybe didn't agree. But
yeah.
So now referencing this particular situation, I could see him feeling like that, Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's all for Tom. Tom lives for Tom. And in a way it's commendable. If you think about it, it's like we should all take a page out of Tom's book.
Yeah.
And I think he has written a book. So
take
just
a page
little plug
out
there.
Read
just a little
it as
plug.
your vows.
Yeah.
Do you think if you switched who it was, they would have. No, they're just like anybody writing a letter.
Because
to
honestly,
Folgers.
I can't think of anyone better than Tom Arnold.
No, that's a pretty good. Yeah, I don't know, because otherwise it just seems.
Because he's just fringe enough.
Yeah. Well, and he's also just like kind of goofy enough or like silly enough to be,
Yeah.
but also still like serious enough where you're like, I mean, I could maybe see him saying that, or like
Yeah,
really,
exactly.
really having a problem with it and thinking.
I
he's
mean,
still
I'm
like
sure
this.
if I worked on his signature well enough and then printed it out, signed it, photocopied it, TMZ might, respond to an
There
email.
you go. That's pretty good. Maybe that's where it goes now. Try it up. See, be like, hey, seems like a slow news day for you guys.
I got some hot goss that you're going to want.
Tom Arnold feuds with Folgers.
Isn't that the noise that they always make?
I don't know.
When it's like, do.
Maybe TMZ
I think.
like that.
Yeah.
That would make sense. I guess. You gotta get you gotta get ahead of the game. There's not as much Wikipedia reading going on there because they gotta post stuff fast, So they
True.
might just be like, the signature looks pretty close. I could see him saying this. If the New Yorker doesn't want it, then you might as well give it to TMZ.
Yeah, well, that's second tier.
That's
New
how you
Yorker,
normally go.
TMZ,
TMZ.
my own Twitter. That's the three.
That's the filters that you have to go through.
Yeah, those are the steps. So
That's pretty good. I like it.
thank you.
I would just
And if Tom Arnold likes it,
hey, you can have it. And then maybe he'll just actually mail it to him. That would be a good,
oh, that'd be so cool.
He's like, I would say this. Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah. Oh, I thought of another one too.
Okay, what do you got? You got time.
I wrote a. Oh, these are all making me sound so weird.
But both of these that you like start laughing before you can even tell us is beautiful.
Yeah, I wrote a remix to Barbie Girl, but it's about Arby's.
Oh.
So it's I'm an Arby's girl in an
Arby's
Arby's world. It's fantastic. I get the classic. And so I originally came up with that at work. When I was a server, I was just fucking around, bored,
Right, yeah.
thinking of shit in the back of my head. And throughout the shift, it just started with the chorus. And then throughout the shift, I was like, I wonder if I can think of
Do
more.
the whole thing,
And then, I think I stopped at the bar afterwards, then went home and legit pulled up the lyrics and was just like line by line going through.
An Arby's girl. I say you put it out, you record it.
Well, I tweeted it. I tweeted it and I tagged Arby's
The
and I
whole
said,
thing?
hey, yeah,
Tweeted every line.
every single line. It's there. I can look it up
Is
right
it
now.
still on there?
It's still on there.
Oh, get back. You're going to get some likes now.
And every year, I think on the anniversary, I do forget when it is though, but I tweeted, I say,
Retweet
Arby's,
it again?
you got another year or
You're
two to
really
respond.
Missing out on millions of dollars here by not signing you to make this song as a commercial or something.
But that's the thing now with like TikTok and all this weird shit. It's like,
Well, and so many companies are like they're hiring people to do, it's essentially like an influencer situation, but they're like,
yeah,
oh my God, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, and then I got Taco Bell. And you're like, fuck, this was a Taco Bell commercial the whole damn time.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. So
Yep.
they'd be like, just looks like you're going to do a parody of Barbie Girl, which you are, but it's an Arby's commercial the whole time.
Yeah. So December 20th, 2017. I
Dang.
said, in case you were wondering what I did with my 2017 Arby's, and it's, it's the whole.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there it is.
The whole shebang.
That is
yeah.
like a whole fucking.
And it's.
Wow. Oh, if you're just listening, he's got a full page of notes, and then there was 3 full pages.
It's three, yeah.
It's a full song there. It's beautiful.
My favorite part is it goes, come to Arby's roast beef party. Ju.
That's good. That's good. And I like you feel good about this, I can tell. And you should.
Yeah, this one I'm like,
going to real Tom Arnold
the Tom, the Tom Arnold one, I'm like, I get it. I can see it. All right. I can take a step back. I can see it from the outside. But this,
You're
I'm
like 5 years and no one has stepped up here at Arby's? Come on now.
I'm honestly waiting for them to use it, and then I sue the
and then
shit out of them.
There you go. Well, now we all know too. If you get
Yeah.
Arby's Girl, we know December 20th, 2017. That's
Yeah.
how long ago it was first conceived.
We were there. And then I know
We
who
were.
I was working with, who I was saying all this to, and they were like, please stop.
We can
So
corroborate.
I can
Please
I can
stop. They were
bring
like,
them
please
in.
stop doing this.
Yeah, at first it was funny. Then they're like, all right, now let's
You're like,
Ho-
still?
let's
Okay,
work.
Great. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was that one time your coworker is like, actually, I think we should work right now. I think we should really focus
I
on
have
the
shit
job
to
at
do,
hand.
Elliot, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh God, I think that's beautiful, and I would love to, because now it's going around in my head. As soon as we get done here, I'm going to look up all the lyrics and see what you came up with, and then it's going to play in my head all the way home. That's what's going to happen.
And then every time you hear the song,
Mm-hmm.
come to Arby's roast beef party. And then you know what? I just said that like such a manager at
Yeah.
corporate.
Come to Arby's.
All right, come
roast
to
beef.
Arby's roast beef party. You know what I'm saying, guys? Hands in on 3.
You. Huh?
Uh,
You on 3. Here we go.
But yeah, so actually, I think here's what you're gonna do. All right, you're gonna renew your vows. Okay, you're gonna keep the Tom Arnold part in. You're gonna walk down the aisle
To
the Arby's girl.
Okay. All right. We have been married for a month, so that's when I've heard you're supposed to renew
Yeah,
your
you gotta
vows.
you gotta renew them quick. You gotta do it
Before anybody
quick.
forgets. We have them
Yeah.
written down in little books.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. I like we could, what do they announce you? Pronouncement, sure. Then you walk away. We could do that to the Arby's.
Oh, at the wedding.
To the Arby's girl, What we did leave as a married couple to was the Gilmore Girls theme song. So, which is a Carole King song, so it's not that crazy. But that was why we picked it. So,
I mean, if you have to throw that last part in,
Arby's girl.
I think it's a Carole King song.
It is. It's a
Carole
good
King
King song. It's not like they made a theme song, for them, and then we picked it, which maybe could be. But
It's just
she my
Gilmore
wife loves
Girls.
Gilmore
They're
Girls.
the Gilmore Girls.
So Arby's girl wouldn't be that far off then,
No, Arby's girl will be sick, and you could probably get free Arby's, get free catering, because you're like, hey, they hear it, they're gonna be thinking about it.
All right, we got to get married again. Fuck.
They're gonna want a big stack of roast beef with American cheese on it. When was the last time you had Arby's?
I know exactly when it was.
Oh God.
I would have to figure out the date maybe, but I know exactly where it was and what happened.
It was December 20th, 2017.
I heard this song. No, Mike and I had just moved to LA, and it's the one that's on. Is it on Sunset? That's all the way down with it's got the whole hat and everything.
Oh, the big one?
Yeah, we were at that
Yeah.
one because Mike likes Arby's, and at the time, I hadn't quite narrowed down the fact that I was going through a period of being allergic to fries, I think is what happened. Or just potatoes really is what it was. But so I had classic, beef and cheddar fries, curly fries. And then within 5 minutes got sick in the bathroom.
Oh no.
Yeah. And it's like a weird, I got to ask for the code and go outside and use the, it's like a metal door and shit. Like that was, yeah. And then I got very sick. But also, if you haven't been listening over the past couple episodes and you need an update, it is C. diff. I have C. diff. It's not cancer, which is good. And I don't have to have a colonoscopy. I have C. diff. So sorry, you missed part of this. I had been sick all the way through my wedding. It's been almost 2 months. And, I was having to go to the doctor and all this stuff, and we were going to have to do an endoscopy where they put a camera down your throat and a colonoscopy at the same time. They kept saying, oh, we can do them both at the same time. Great. Because we couldn't figure out what it was. I'd really sick for a long time. And then they gave me a few other tests before doing the colonoscopy and stuff to make sure it wasn't this last thing. And it's C. diff, which is an intestinal infection, but Tig Notaro had it. And in her documentary, they talk about it a lot. Hers seemed to have gone pretty far because I think they had to have surgery to remove part of it. But I'm just taking an antibiotic, which is odd because it was probably caused by me taking an antibiotic for something else. But the last couple episodes, we were like, should we be excited that I have C. diff? And we are, because the other options were more daunting. So,
All right.
good news. Speaking of Arby's,
come to Bad Pitches C. diff party. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just trying to think here.
Well, I think that's a good way, to end it on. So where can people find you? Where can they follow you? Check you out. You'll be at the Arby's singing a song.
I'll be at the Arby's waiting for Tom Arnold. And yeah, you can follow me on all social media platforms at Grentradish, GRENTRADDISH. And yeah, I got some cool stuff coming up.
Nice. Check out your New Yorker
That's
articles that did make it.
Check that out. Yeah, I got a couple that made it.
Nice.
Tom Arnold one's still sitting on. We don't know what's, it's me and my management team. We don't know where that one's
We don't know where
yet,
that one. That one's in holding.
We're shopping it to the different studios. We're trying to create a bidding war.
And then,
yeah.
Okay. Well, here, if you're watching us on YouTube, you can subscribe and all that stuff. If you're listening, you can rate and review, subscribe. And then you can also go and listen / rate and review and all those things to Teach Me a Lesson podcast.
Yeah.
Which is Elliot's other podcast. Other podcast?
Yes.
This isn't your podcast. Anyways.
Well, again, we're shopping it around. We're trying to create a bidding war. If you can outbid me, you can keep the podcast, but... yeah.
Honestly, I probably can't at this point, so things are going great for me. Anyways, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening and watching.
Yeah.
Right now, you can just keep watching Dumb Pitches.
You're weird.
Yes.